tricks that you use on me. You're in all them high-fashion magazines. The clothes that you're wearing, girl, are making such a scene.
Hey, welcome everybody live from the Dutch Hall. We are Canada's only late night talk show and the greatest podcast ever to get started in a pool shed in Pine Grove, Ontario, bar none. And I believe we are that way because we have the greatest band in Canadian late night history. They're right here behind us. But before we get to introducing them, we got to tell you about our show tonight. We have a great show tonight. Our guest, Clifford Myers, he was unable to make it, but inspired by Clifford's love for the game Survivor and also by the fact that we get Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendars donated to us each and every year, we decided to kill two birds with one stone and play a great game of Survivor with the 2018 cast of the Sports Illustrated calendar. And I got to tell you, this game is absolutely ridiculous. A grown man should not imagine just things for the sake of like there's no reason to spend an entire day imagining a week with these women right here, but I did it. I spent the entire day thinking of what we would do with those 13 women from that 2018 calendar. And I'll tell you, in my mind, I had a great day. We had a good time today. Anyways, we're going to get to the rules and the how this game is going to work in a bit. But before we do that, we have to introduce the band, the greatest band in Canadian light history, the Nocturnal Emissions. Let's hear it this week, comprised of, listen, boy. On rhythm and vocals, we have our band leader, Michael Bowe, everyone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Beside him on lead guitar and playing and singing beautiful harmonies, that's Steve the Reluctant German, everyone. And in the corner, Tickling the skins, that's our CRTC required Frenchman, the French tickler, Kev Belanger. And the balls of the Nocturnal Mission sitting right there in the corner, plucking away at the base. That's Whiskey Wes Hagens, everybody. Let's get the show started.
What about the fucking bartender?
Ah, damn it. Yes.
What about me over here?
All right, good call, Paul. This is the third week in a row since we changed the format at the beginning of the show where Paul was introduced.
Yeah, I gotta introduce you, but you don't fucking introduce me?
I know. Let's start. Guys, can you hit it from the top? Let's get some music for this. We got to make it right for Paul again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the former director of Live from the Dutch Hall, the former bartender. No, he's back on. He is a bartender. I got a shot of whiskey right in front of me today. He's the bartender of Live from the Dutch Hall. He's also our bus driver. He's also our great announcer. That's my brother, Paul Van Dyke.
That's more like Yeah, that's
There
for
you go.
Polly.
Thanks, my
There you
man.
go.
Bit of a big deal over there.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Oh, someone took
we
a
got a
tumble.
tornado. Paul
The
got
ladies
excited.
took a tumble.
Was that Paul's boner?
Paul, yeah, is that what happened? Paul's boner swayed that big, heavy bar. What Paul did was we asked him, can you build a bar for the set for Live from the Dutch Hall? Paul built a house. He built the biggest. Oh, who fell there? Oh, it's our Belgian model. She fell down.
Oh, she's from Belgium.
Yeah, but she fell down, and that's unfortunate. Anyway, so we Paulja, what was he saying? I lost myself completely.
Built a bar. It's
He built a
sturdy.
bar. It's very heavy. Anyways, that's the story's the worst thing in the world. Can we cut that out of the show? Because it was absolutely going nowhere. I had a point originally when I thought of it, but then I absolutely lost it. Don't say marijuana does not have consequences, people. It does. Rots away at your brain. You might be wondering why I don't have a beard anymore.
Yeah.
Turns out
Why is that?
when you grow a beard in the new Canada, since weed's been legal, your mustache constantly tastes like weed. Yeah, and if you don't like it, tough shit. You got weed tasting on your mustache all the time, and that's not right. So I shaved it. It's way tastier. It's easier to clean a shaved lip. I was thinking about keeping the beard just going like Ezekiel style, like just to go like raise a barn or something. But I couldn't pull the trigger on that. That's a hardcore move, man. Beard, no mustache?
Yeah, it's rough.
Who you know anybody? You have one friend with a beard, no mustache? What I did do is leave sideburns,
Yeah.
which the sideburns, they I think have gone the way of the 1990s,
There
don't you
go.
think?
You got him out.
And like the 90210 sideburns come right back.
Luke Perry?
Yeah, but you know what I don't say? I don't like to give him the credit. You know who I like to give the credit to, Michael? You might appreciate this when you're irrigating in the middle of the summertime.
Yep.
I give it to the male lead from 16 Candles.
Oh,
What's his name?
yep.
You know who I'm talking
I
about?
watched 16 Candles a few times while I'm irrigating.
A good sideburn on that guy,
Nice
right?
thick, yeah, like not crazy, but a nice like 3/4 sideburn.
A nice 3/4 sideburn.
Handsome man.
You know, I like Elvis went full sideburn because he didn't want to cover up his beautiful face, but he still wanted to grow manly facial hair, so he just grew the lamb chop on the side.
As he got fatter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not a bad move.
Yeah.
The lamb chop's not really making a comeback. I actually really like this one, which is the sideburn into the mustache,
Whoa.
where you join the sideburn and the mustache. No beard though, but you have to have a strong jaw to pull that one off, eh?
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Because you'll probably get punched.
Oh no. I think if you have the balls to have sideburn and a mustache, no one's messing with you. Because you obviously are making you're crazy. You'll do
Yeah,
anything.
I'd say that guy's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with fucking sideburn and a mustache. This guy gets up every day and decides that's still okay.
He gives 0 fucks.
He's gonna gouge my eyes out with his car keys. I'm not gonna go near that guy. Anyways, we have to because this game show that we're doing today is so exciting. It's such a make-believe, exciting thing that happened to all of us. We have to take care of our business first. Let's get it out of the way.
Little TCB.
But before we get to our feedback segment, we need to handle some housekeeping. And by housekeeping, I mean we have to get to the elephant that isn't in the room,
Ooh,
Dave Charters.
I thought it felt lighter in here.
Yes, there's something missing. Now, we will notice that Dave Charters was not here last week. He was not welcome, right? Remember, he was being punished for his cannibalist tendencies or whatever the story was. I wanted to distance the program from the rumors that had started about Dave eating people or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. I just knew it was nasty. It was controversial. I wanted to distance myself from it. So we did not have him back last week. And then this week, we're saying, Dave, you've paid your price. The penance has been paid. No longer wallow in your former mistakes. We want to give you a new, fresh start at life, And then Charters is like a no-go. You want to know why? Late hockey.
He's busy.
Yeah, he's busy. It's been a big week, he says, right? It's been a big week. I'm like, Dave, would you like to come on an imaginary week where we take 13 Sports Illustrated swimsuit models on a make-believe trip with us, with the grand prize at the end being that our significant others and or wives will give us one day alone with this woman where she will not ask any questions ever till the day of her death.
Hall pass.
So it's called a hall pass, Michael, and we'll get it with one lucky swimsuit model. By the end of it, she'll get passed through all of us. But that sounds kind of bad, eh? I'm going to admit that.
But fun.
But in this imaginary world that I live in, we got to do this with all these girls. So in the payoff, in my world, in my universe, we all get a clone of this lady and a clean vagina that hasn't already been came in by one of the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise we're just going to be fighting over who goes first, right? Isn't it? Isn't that true? I'm just imagining in the game, that was the flaw of the game the whole day when I was trying to plan it out. I'm like, well,
how do we figure that out?
Yeah, who gets first dibs? We're not going to all spend the day with her, But it's not that we all are. We all get a copy of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. That guy.
Anthony, that guy that was in Beetlejuice. Or no, not Beetlejuice. Edward Scissorhands. Using Edward Scissorhands, right? He was the dick that ended up. The boyfriend. Anyways, that guy's not that smart, as it turns out. He's not a computer genius at all. Just a dumb actor.
It's a brick job.
Yeah. So anyways, that movie was horseshit.
Old movie reviews with Peter.
Yeah, so that takes care of our housekeeping, except for the one thing, which is that we do have a very exciting announcement from our major sponsor, Spiky Ball Studios.
Woo!
And that is that we have our spring stand-up series has been announced. You may have seen the post go out on socials. We have 3 great headliners coming up to celebrate in March, April, and May.
Correct.
In March, we have from this hour's 22 minutes, the very talented and a good friend of ours, May Scaloni. He's going to be in town. We're very lucky to be able to squeeze in Delhi into his busy schedule of touring our country. Yeah. And in April, we have the very talented Tyler Morrison. He's the host of Fight Stories, and he's also been part of the roast of Ron Jeremy. He's an excellent comic, one of my favorites to work with. And in May, we have Gavin Stevens. He's a comic that's got 2 Comedy Now specials. Like these are top notch, the top of Canadian comedy that we have coming into Delhi to perform at Spiky Ball Studios. And we still have tickets for sale. We have availability for sponsors, and we're looking for partners. If you're looking for fundraising opportunities for your sports club, for your service club, for your school or any charitable organization, please contact us at spikyballstudios@gmail.com, and we will see what we can do to put a deal together to raise money through these shows, through ticket sales to help your charity out.
Just a question, Pete. How do you get these tickets?
Well, what you do is you send me an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, and thank you for everyone who's done this so far. And then you can either e-transfer, or we will hold the tickets at the door for payment in cash. Those are the two ways right now to set up payment, and we can do both of those. So please give us an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, or if you can get us at any of our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. If you go to the messenger parts of that, look for Dutch Hall, you're going to find me and ask me for some tickets, and I'll make sure to tell you how you can get them, and we will get those tickets out to you. And if you do want to raise some money for your charity, please, same thing. Just find me and ask, and that's how it works.
Nice.
All right. So that being said, let's get into a segment we call Feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback.
Janie. My
Feedback.
phone. Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback. This week's segment is brought to you, as always, by our friends at Amazon. Thank you. If you'd like to go to our website, you can go to livefromdutchhall@gmail.com, and you can click on those Amazon banners. If you don't see them, it's because your ad blockers are on. Shut them off. And you do your shopping, and then we get the money, and we can buy stuff like lights and microphones and stuff like that, and little boxes for Shazma to plug away at, little like buttons for him to push. This is what he likes to do. He likes to push buttons. And then we can do that. If you buy your same shit you're going to buy at Amazon, you go to our website first, then click on it, then we get the money to buy Shazma buttons.
Simple Simon.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody won't want to buy Shazma buttons. It makes them happy.
Loves buttons.
Ever seen him around buttons? It makes him happy. You see him before buttons? He's just lost. He's just wandering around twitching.
Where's my buttons?
Where's my buttons? I need to get him more buttons. Anyways, thank you for everyone that's done that too. We got a couple checks from those sons of bitches, eh? And we also have to talk about NORPAC.
The beef people.
No, NORPAC.
The beef people.
That's the one that he pays for. He doesn't pay for that first one. That first one was subpar. Did you agree?
Yep.
Yeah. So NORPAC,
The beef people.
oh, he's on it now. He's right on top of it. And the only other person that I'd like to mention is the Van Dyke Party Services. Guys, let's face it, not everybody is a barrel of laughs, you know? Some of your friends are nice people, but they're dull. They like to talk about their job in excruciating detail, and you don't give two shits about it because it's not your job, and it's something that you would rather not do for 8 hours a day, let alone listen to some guy talk about the inane, like, day-to-day things of, like, what it's mean to be a master of industry. Not to point at anyone in particular, but sometimes I don't really care about that sort of stuff. Anyways, your friends are shitty is what I'm saying. They're boring.
They're losers.
But I'll tell you something which could spice up any of your social events is a simple email to livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com and saying, help me, send me Van Dyke Party Services, and we will send you between 5 and 29 Van Dyke First Cousins in bright yellow jackets. And I'm going to guarantee you, you're going to have the time of your life. And if you're not 100% satisfied, oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you what it costs you.
How much?
It's going to cost you $100, a cold, hard cash, people. But I guarantee you're going to have the time of your life. Oh, did I mention you're going to have to pay for all of our expenses, and they're going to be very dear?
That seems fair.
But if you're not 100% satisfied, I will return that $100 of cold, hard cash. But those expenses run through our bodies and potentially yours. Van Dyke Party Services,
Don't live your life in regret.
brought to you by our good friends at Clean Flow.
Clean flow.
And that's it for
what?
ads. Now we have, every week we ask our listeners, can you please tell us what you think of our show by giving us some feedback? Do you see how I faked you sons of bitches that way? You were right on the edge there for a bit. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go right to somebody. I'm gonna start out by checking on our cheese lady. You want to do that?
Sure we can.
Yeah.
We love checking in on her.
Yeah, she's been.
1, 2, 3, go! Cause we're checking on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady. Chicken on the cheese, that she's always on the run. Chicken on the cheese, that it on the cheese, that it. Chicken on the cheese, that Teresa, what you done? What up, Teresa? What's shaking?
Every week we have a listener that's a great, what do you call it when a person owns a business and then they do a good job of it? When they're a business owner, what do you call that? A business owner, proprietor. A great proprietor in our community, the Second Mouse. If you like cheese and you want to come to a beautiful town of Delhi, there's only one place to go, and that's the Second Mouse. Teresa, she gives us feedback pretty near every week. Pretty near. Pretty near. Hey, does anyone say pretty near? Paul, do you say pretty near?
Yeah, pretty near.
You're the closest. You do, Shaz?
I love people that say pert near.
Pretty near, man.
Pretty near?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty near.
Pert near.
Might have said it.
Pretty near is not. That's when I try to stop
I've
myself
said
from
it, too.
saying.
I've said pert near.
I have.
It's
Right next to a cunt hair, isn't it?
yeah, pretty near perfect.
Nose.
Yeah, cunt hair is actually a measure,
That's an accurate
a
measure.
unit of measure, and that one is very important. A lot of houses are built based on that unit of measure, and I don't think that you should sell that short. You know, like there's a lot of science gone into the unit of measure known as the kuntar, as I like to say it,
Sea hair.
in mixed company, kuntar. That's true. Anyways, Teresa at the Second Mouse, she says, she likes to hashtag things, eh? Hashtag listen in Delhi. Hashtag take me to church. Love my Friday entertainment, and I'm well aware that I'm going to be super uncomfortable during the hashtag Dutch Hall dating game. But it will be worth it to hang out with all of the gang at the church. LOL. She laughs at it at the end, though. She says, like, haha, I'm just fucking with you, Steve. I don't care about you. Anyways, no. But I'm just saying, Teresa, you can come any week and hang out with us. We love hanging out with Teresa. You want to know why? Because she comes with cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That helps.
And if you come with cheese and Charles isn't here, it's like even more of an enjoyment because we'll get to have some.
We get a chance at it.
Yeah. So Teresa, and also we've been actually sending out some feelers for a live studio audience, and we haven't had any takers. It's a fucking empty room. So you can come anytime you want. Seriously, no, everyone's welcome, especially a shareholder like Teresa. And then she went on to say, she came back, I'm very brave, hashtag cheese lady. It's all in the name of questionable raunchy comedy. Now, I appreciate the raunchy comedy comment, but why questionable raunchy comedy? What's questionable about a raunchy comedy? It's raunchy. It's definitely raunchy. There's nothing questionable about that, is there? No. That guy says the C word every 10 seconds.
It's 100% raunchy.
It's very raunchy. Not questionably raunchy. It's raunchy as hell.
It's not pert near.
Anyways, Teresa, thank you very much for that piece of very nice feedback. And you know what? We hit the charts in a couple different countries.
Oh, boy.
And we were Denmark and Belgium, right? Did I talk about both of those? We ended up being hit sensations in both Denmark and Belgium. And then we did fall off the charts in both of those countries. And then we ended up climbing up the charts in another country, which it surprised me out of nowhere, but it came out of no, that was Denmark, wasn't it? Oh, the United States has come on strong. It actually, for a period of time, was our number 1 market.
Well, our neighbors to the south.
Our neighbors to the south were our number 1 market, where before that, it was always Canada number 1, U.S. number 2. All of a sudden, for a period of time, Canada now came on strong. We're back again.
Okay.
But for a period of time, those Yankees were loving live from the Dutch Hall.
Fair enough.
We should build a fucking wall.
I think they're enjoying us. Down there, what we're doing is we're infiltrating them, Paul,
Can we find somebody to fund building a wall?
to keep them out.
Yeah.
They're you can't stop them, right? You know what it is? It's going to be, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be those Mexicans. They're going to pass right through. They're going to realize, why the hell did I stop here? This is no better than it was at home. I'm going to keep going.
That's
Because
right.
there's not some orange guy yelling at me.
We'll take him.
You know what I mean? Come up here, there's some crying Frenchman. He makes me feel nice.
Got a nice head of hair on him.
Yeah, he's got emotional intelligence.
He's sensitive.
I like that guy. Anyways, I don't even want to look for any more feedback because I want to get on with this game show. But if you would like to give us some more, please do it at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Quora. Does that still exist?
Sure.
Foursquare.
Raya.
Is Raya one?
That's like a celebrity. It's a celebrity. What is Tinder?
Celebrity Tinder?
Yeah.
They have a thing?
Yeah, it's elite.
So how do you get on it? You got to be
gotta
like
know somebody.
You got to be verified that you're something special?
Yep. Bet you some of these girls might be on it.
Oh, I bet you. I'm not interested in them though because I'm happily married, but
Me too.
yeah, but you still signed up for this game. I didn't. I'm the host of it.
I'll sign up. I can dream.
Anyways, we're going to start playing this game. We call it Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Survivor.
All right.
Right?
Let's
And the
do
theme
this.
song goes just like this. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. You didn't have... That's not bad. Oh, the actual Survivor lick, Steve. I think we'll use that for part 2 of this show.
Sounds like a great
Yeah,
idea.
you guys just wing that, eh?
Oh yeah, no
quickly?
problem.
Sure.
Yeah, whip that together, no big deal. All right, we'll do that for part 2 if need be.
Okay.
But we should get to our program. I think it's a time that we introduce our contestants. Well, before we do that, let's introduce the rules of this show. This game is played much in the Survivor rules, where the one contestant will be voted off per round until there's only one person remaining. That person is the winner. In this case, the prize is to be cloned and to sleep with each of the members of the Nocturnal Emissions and my brother Paul.
Pretty awesome prize.
That is the great
That's
prize.
unbelievable.
And instead of the contestants voting each other out, in this particular game that I imagined, the Nocturnal Emissions and my brother Paul get the voting powers.
That makes sense.
And in this scenario also, the wives, girlfriends, fiancés, and significant others of each and every member of the Nocturnal Emissions and my brother Paul were cool with us spending a week with the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models in order to create this experience.
For a whole week?
Whole week, Paul.
I don't want any of them for a week.
No. Yeah. We get to be with ourselves at the beginning. We just get to this island, the Dutch Hall Island. We're sitting there at the Dutch Hall Island. We're having a nice time. We're having some drinks by the bar. All of a sudden, a bunch of swimsuit models show up. No big deal. And they say, okay, guys, you guys are going to be part of this game show. All you got to do is vote out 7 of these people almost immediately. Just based on like what little you know about them already. Just call half the herd. Call them. Get rid of them, right? But then after that, you're going to spend, a good 4 or 5 days with the remaining 6 girls, and you're going to get to know them. You're going to get to form relationships with them. You're going to get to understand them differently than you might know them just by looking at their picture. And at the very end of it, you're going to have an opportunity to spend one day as a hall pass from your wife or significant other to do whatever you please with the clone of this woman. Because I wouldn't denigrate the actual woman. I don't know if we can get any trouble for that. But I would make a clone of her and just like do horrible stuff to it. Just terrible things to
Seems
her.
realistic.
Yeah, that's okay, right? And so anyways, we have to introduce our girls.
Oh.
So before, let's introduce the contestants from the 2018 Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendar. Our number 1, Paul, can you take the girl on the side there? She's our bonus girl. She did not have a month associated with her. She was associated with 2017 and 2019.
Ooh, wow.
She is Chrissy Teigen, everyone.
Oh, yes.
Chrissy, you might know as some sort of a pop culture celebrity, and she's married to the performer John Legend.
Boo.
John Legend.
Also a song sang by me and Dave Charters at Beaver's wedding.
Oh, very good that you brought that up, Michael, because it's one of the most ashamed moments I've ever been of any of you.
I thought my cousin Paul hated me.
Yeah. Remember you said you tasted a little bit of like puke in the back of your throat and you didn't know why. Yeah. It was no good.
Thanks, John.
January is the beautiful Barbara Palvin.
Whoa.
She's a Hungarian model, and you might know her from the movie Hercules. Hercules.
Come on, Herc.
In February, we have from the US of A, known for her hamburger commercials, Samantha Hoops. Samantha Hoops. The old Hooper, they call her, the old Hooper. Representing March, we have the lovely and talented Kate Upton. You may know Kate from, as I do, from her role in The Three Stooges, where she played the nun with the big tits.
Go figure.
And she's also married to Major League Baseball player Justin Verlander. In April, we have a Russian model, also best known for her work with Victoria's Secrets. We have Vida Sidokornina.
Oh, vida la vida loca.
Yeah. Beside her in May, it's our Belgian model. That's Rose Bertram. She's the partner of Gregory Vanderweel, the Dutch footballer.
Ja, footballer, TFC. Gregory Vanderweel.
And in June, we have the wife of Derek Jeter, which is, I know how she likes to be introduced. She likes to make all of her accomplishments become secondary to who her husband is. No, this is of course, the beautiful American model, Hannah Jeter.
Wow.
Also mother of two, which you can't tell.
Good.
Oh, her vagina's a mess. But I don't know for sure. In July, there's Italian model Bianca Balti. Bianca's the oldest of all the girls. I don't know if that's a fetish for any of you fellas, but she's the oldest at 34, and she's a reformed alcoholic.
Good for her. Yep.
So you might be able to convince her to party. In August, we have the Brazilian beauty, shaved in the privates for sure. That's Leis Ribeiro. Also of Victoria's Secret's Angel. And beside her, from the US of A, high school graduate Haley Clausen.
Good for her.
Yes.
Haley. Clausen, is it?
Yeah, Clausen.
Oh, nice.
I thought she was from Frogmore.
Frogmore, maybe South Middleton.
Yeah, I thought she might have been even from Clear Creek.
Yeah, all down by Vienna.
I'm not sure. In October, we have Nina Agdal. She's a model from Denmark. And this beautiful woman grew up playing basketball, so you might be able to, shoot some hoops with the lady. In November, we have our Canadian representative from Vancouver, Kate Bach. And rounding out the group is the lovely, one of the favorite of a lot of our listeners. I know it's quoted as, one of our listeners, Laura Collins, was quoted as saying, great ass about this woman. Yep. This is Hannah Ferguson. Hannah Ferguson from the United States.
Woo.
Yeah. Let's hear it for the girls, everyone.
Woo. Yeah.
All right, so before the show, what I just did to you, I was done to the fellas. The fellas were able to make their assessments of these women, and we were able to have the very first voting out of 7 of these 13 women culled right off the top of the show. These results are at my desk.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Now I will be announcing the 6 women that will move on. Paul, if you could stand in front of these women, and when I announce them, if you could bring them to me, to the stage. The first woman to move to the round of 6, Kate Upton.
Whoa!
Miss March.
Yes.
Miss March.
Oh, back, Paul.
January, February, March.
Up, yep.
There we go. Kate Upton, a very popular choice.
Voluptuous.
The second choice to move on, Hannah Jeter, Miss June.
Woo! she's in.
She's in. These are the
in.
girls that are moving
These
on.
are in.
Oh, that's great. Much better story.
The next girl to move on, representing August, Lace Ribeiro. No, the next one. Yellow.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
This is
Good for her.
the clean Chauvin, Brazilian. And now we have high school graduate Haley Clausen.
Yep. Dream big, folks. Dream big.
She made it. She made it. The next one, Canadian Kate Bach,
Homer.
November.
Nope.
No,
That
November.
One, Paulie.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And is that the final one? The final one to move on, Miss December, Hannah Ferguson.
Yep. Popular.
Yes. So we have our round of 6. To the other women, enjoy the rest of your program with my brother Paul, who's collecting you for some reason. I think he's bringing them home. Is that right?
Why is he loading them in the back of his vehicle already?
I don't know. Why is there a shovel and a bag of lime? That's unnerving. I had no idea Paul had the darkness in him. Anyway, so now we have the 6 girls. So the first day where these 6 girls moved on in our imaginary scenario, we were left to the first challenge was to go on a date night, which each and every one of the nocturnal emissions and my brother Paul, and also our technical assistant Jordan Gortfo over there, we didn't even
Jordan.
introduce,
Yeah,
also
Jordan.
part of the voting team.
Nice.
Good day. Good to meet you.
So Jordan is also part of this crew. And Jordan, you're a married man,
Absolutely, yes.
and your wife is hypothetically okay with all of this.
Probably not, but
Okay, but in the case of this club, or in this game, we're going to be cool. Our wives are all cool as shit with this stuff. And we're going to be able to do some terrible things with these women. Anyway, so date night. So what we're going to do here is we're going to walk around.
Oh, stretch your legs.
I knew that. Michael, why don't you just pull a
do we need
lady
here?
at it?
Well,
You need a lady that you're going to go on a date with.
Oh, Kate Upton.
Oh, Michael has Kate Upton.
I'm not sure if he's going to pull out.
Who do you have?
Les Ribeiro.
Oh, you got the Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Polly, who you got?
Hannah Ferguson.
Hannah.
I'll say it to him, and then I'll just tell you who you got.
Steven?
Kate Bach.
You got Hannah Jeter. Yeah. So Kev's got Hannah Jeter. Who do you have,
Okay.
Mike? You got Kate Upton.
Yeah, Wes has got who? Haley
Oh,
Clausen.
Paul's high school girl.
All right. She's a keeper, Wes.
She's a keeper.
Okay, so now we have.
Me and Steve got the Kates.
Yes.
So now we have to pick one of these out. Just anyone.
Pick one, anyone. The strip club.
Don't say it.
Oh,
You can't read
you
it
didn't
either.
tell
Just
me
don't
that
look.
rules.
This is a location. It's a location of where you're going. Sorry. Pass that around. I don't know if you can. And then we're going to do this. Yeah, if you could. Just pass that around for me. That's going to be the last thing.
I'll try and be quiet on this.
And then we have it. So we have a girl that we're going on a date with. We have a location which the girl took you to, and we have a revelation about the girl. So you have all 3 of those things in your hand. When you have all 3 of those things in your hand, I will ask you about your date with your swimsuit model. Is that okay? Who would like to start? Jordan, you have all 3?
Yeah, I do.
So Jordan, which girl did you go on a date with?
Miss Spanish girl, Les? Is that right?
Whatever you like to call her.
Yeah.
We were cruising through Japan. We saw Charters actually busking. He was partially nude. But she surprisingly became a very big fan, which is good. So we went to the karaoke bar, and that's where I serenaded my love for her.
Really? It was karaoke bar? She
Yeah.
brought you to the karaoke bar?
Yeah.
And you saw Charters, and the revelation was what?
That I don't know, that she became a huge fan of Charters.
from watching him busk in Japan.
I think it was his semi-erect membership.
So this Brazilian likes her idea, and by the way, these were all the ideas of the girl. So this Brazilian girl likes karaoke, and as it turns out now, through some, she also likes Charter's music, and finds him to be a great talent.
That's unbelievable.
So just soak that in. Soak that in. Paul, who did you take on a date?
Hannah Ferguson.
Oh, Miss December. How did it go with that, with her?
High maintenance. We went to the opera.
The opera?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Did you find anything about the girl on the date?
Super racist.
Really? Like, how'd you find that out? That she's racist?
Went for a little Chinese before. She was super racist.
Towards the Chinese people?
All Asians.
Really? Just terrible things, she said. Well, it's interesting about Hannah Ferguson. I did not know that.
Who knew?
Michael, who did you take on a date?
Well, the minute I laid eyes on her, Kate Upton, I was real happy about my
yeah.
date. And she asked me if I'd like to go to a music festival. I said, Jesus, I am falling in love with this girl. And then, after we have a nice little rock session, she says, hey, how about we hit the strip club on the way home? And guess what she does? She gets on stage, does a bit of a dance for the boys. What? Not a big deal. I said, date of my life. Not so bad.
You went to the strip club?
After the music festival.
After the music festival?
Yep.
And no revelation whatsoever?
No revelation.
Wow, 2 locations, no revelation. That means someone later in the game is going to have a revelation for a location.
There you go.
Isn't that something? And then, but anyways, that sounds like pretty much a dream date with Kate Upton.
It was a good time. She likes to let loose.
That is unbelievable. Steve, who did you go out with?
I got Kate Bach.
Oh, the Canadian girl.
Oh, so great. So great. Turns out she's from BC. No surprise here. She loves smoking weed.
Whoa.
Really?
Which is great. Came in really handy because she took me to her parents' house to have dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you smoke weed with her?
I sure did.
And so, did that make it awkward to meet her folks and stuff?
No, they live in BC, so they smoke weed too. It
Oh.
was great.
You turned this into another positive. This girl also sounds like a hell of a good time.
Great time.
Paul, yours is the worst so far. Right? I don't like racist girls, eh? But I don't want to sway I'm the host of this show. I don't want to sway your judgment.
Neutral.
Neutral. I'm neutral, like Switzerland.
Like Switzerland.
Tickler, what do you say over there in the corner? Who'd you go out with?
I went out with Hannah. Oh, what was her last name?
Jeter.
Jeter. I was
Yeah.
calling her Hannah G. She took me to the horse track.
Oh, you went for the races?
Horse track.
Got some money.
Never been to a horse track before.
Yeah.
So I had my hopes up that it was going to be,
Yeah.
exciting. It was a little smelly, the whole kind of show.
Really?
Mixed in not just the horses, but she kind of farts a lot.
Oh, really?
And laughs about it and enjoys the smelliness of it.
She's she likes flatulence,
Yeah.
eh?
It wasn't
The
very
stinkier.
enjoyable.
Yeah, that's something.
Mixed in at the
Did
horse
it-
track, it wasn't good. It was
Horse
just
track
human
and like popcorn
shit
farts, eh?
everywhere. Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
wasn't good.
Interesting. Wes, did you have a better night than Kev?
I don't think so.
Who'd you go out with?
I had Haley Clausen.
Oh, the high school graduate.
Yeah, not very bright.
Where'd you go?
We went for a stroll through the woods, followed up by a couple rounds of bowling.
Also 2 locations. Jesus. You went bowling into the woods. Did you find anything about the girl?
No, she's fucking boring.
All right, guys. I'm going to have to ask you after round one, After what we know about all of these lovely ladies, who are we going to boot off the island?
We have to choose one.
As soon as you have your mind made up, I want you to raise your hand, and then I can ask you. Paul, who would you like to vote out?
My bitch is gone. Fergus is out.
The high school graduate that goes to the woods and the bowling alley is gone?
No.
Oh, no.
The
Oh, your racist girl.
racist girl, Hannah Ferguson.
Okay, Hannah Ferguson is gone. Okay, sorry about that.
I would give her another chance. She just had a boring date with what?
But the racism you're getting rid of, your girl. Okay, I'm sorry. Jordan, do you know who you're voting out?
This gentleman's lady, Hannah Ferguson.
Hannah Ferguson, Michael.
Yeah, also with the racist over there. She gone.
She come Paul's lady for sure.
Really? Wes?
I'd get rid of the one in the yellow bathing suit. Like
That's my girl.
Jordan, right?
That's my girl.
Jordan's girl? And what do you say, Kev?
I can take smelling. I can't take racism.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, in a pretty landslide vote, Hannah Ferguson,
She's outta
you
here.
are gone.
Whoa.
All right. Guys, that's how the game goes. Is it, you having
Yeah,
fun
now
with it?
now we see.
You get it? All right. Now, we have messed the game up somehow because 4 locations went out in that. But we'll see if this one's gonna work out. It's going to work out for some of us, I'll tell you that. Okay. The remaining 5 2018 Sports Illustrated swimsuit models have the challenge of coming up with a location of the next day's challenge. And the next day's challenge is just surrounded about a day of pleasure, a day of fun and pleasure, you know? So the girls can come up with whatever they want for the day that we will spend the next day. The winner, the person that we choose is the best idea, we will do that thing. The person who has the worst idea will be voted off of Dutch Hall Island. Okay, so in order to do this, Jane, we're going to need to make sure we get this clear. This one is called the noun pile. So everyone will need to take 2 from this one. This is the activity one, which is going to be different. And then with that location one's kind of fucked up, but we would need the whatever's left in the location one. Right? Is that gone? Oh, there's 3 in there? Oh, good. I'll just make up 2 more locations then. And then let's just go. Give me 2 locations. Wait.
Hawaii.
Huh? What are they, noun ones? Yeah, 2 of the noun ones. So it goes like this. You go to the location to do the activity with thing and thing. So it's a sentence that you will create from these things. This woman wants to go to the location to do the activity with and also, whose girl got voted out? Paul's? You're out then. So whatever your nouns are, put them back in the noun thing.
I see.
I want to read your
Right. Your girl's out. You can still vote, Paul, but you just can't participate in the game anymore because your girl was racist.
That'll get you.
That'll get you every time. Okay, so activity. Michael, can you take this one? This is an activity. Oh, except for that one.
Pass it
So,
around.
yep, just one out of that one and pass it around there. Okay, so is that everything, Jane? Or did you have is this the location one? Okay, here, take this.
This Dutch Hall break is sponsored by.
Yeah, I need 2
Norpac
locations
beef.
and I can't think of them. Let's go to the, we'll go to the,
Norfolk County Fair.
oh, okay, good.
And horse
For
show.
the fair. We will go to a, There we go. We got locations. All right, so this is in this round, the girls who are remaining, these 5 beauties, all had to sit around and come up with a plan for us to go to the next day. We will travel off Dutch Hall Island to go and participate in our next round. The girl with the best idea that she came up with after a day of laboring over this will get her dream come true, where she will do her plan. But the other woman who has got the worst plan will be voted off of the island. Michael, Kate Upton and you went out.
Yeah. We sure did.
No, or Kate Upton had an idea there. Where did she intend to go?
The location you're asking?
Yes, location, please.
Well, a special place to the Dutch Hall and the Dutch Hall listeners. It's a little place in the south of Holland, in the north of Belgium, called De Vakkels.
The Vuggles.
Irish Vakkels.
Michael, is this girl sent from heaven?
I
You've
think-
got the luckiest thing about this Kate Upton. Sounds
This
like a
is
real.
her idea. Why don't we, Mike, look on a map, put her finger on something? Yeah, it's in the north, in Limburg. It's called Vakkels.
Now, what is the Fuckholes? Some people might be watching the show for the first time. If you don't know the legend of the Fuckholes, it's basically in the Antwerp and
Limburg.
Limburg and
South of Holland.
south of Holland, and it's a place where you go when the south winds blow.
Tulips are bulging.
I know you say no more, but it's where very much good things happen. Now, what activity did she want to do in the Fuckholes, Michael?
Now, the activity, she said, went pretty good with what I had a feeling for how this was going to go. She just wanted to have a party.
She wants to have a party
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
just a party.
Fuckholes? With
Party
what?
at the Vakkels.
With what?
Well, she brought along a friend. I didn't know. You know, we met somebody at the airport. It was a Mexican.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
A
No
Mex-
racism there.
No, she wants to go to the Fuckholes and party with the Mexican and what?
And you know what? The final thing that topped it all off, this girl is dynamite. She said, hey, why don't the 3 of us go to the top of the hill in Limburg, we'll roll out this mat, take a slip and slide right into Vakkels. It might have been the greatest day of my life.
She got a slip and slide in a Mexican. You guys went to the Fuckholes
We
for a day
slid
of partying?
right into Vakkels for a night of party.
Wow, man. This girl sounds like she's a dream.
Yeah.
It really is a dream. That's
Isn't
her
it?
plan for all of us to go to the Fuckholes with her and a Mexican and a slip and slide. We're going to have a great day. Collectively, all of us get to go, except for Paul. No, Paul's you're still a judge. You get to
still
go.
come, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be.
Yeah. No. And, well, anyways, that sounds great. Stephen, your girl, who is she again?
Kate Book.
Oh, the Canadian girl.
Vancouverite. I think I got you beat, Mike.
Oh, geez, I want to hear this.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're smoking pot all day, and then she takes me to the spa. But this is a special kind of spa
Okay.
where everybody who works there was a munchkin.
They were a munchkin.
Oompa Loompa.
What activity were you going to do at the spa, though?
Oh, well, you see, the munchkins
Oh.
have this special thing where they rub some chapstick all over you. And then me and this beautiful girl from BC, we fucked.
Whoa!
So she wants to bring.
Wow.
She wants to. No, sorry. That was the date. That was last time. This is her idea for the group of us for tomorrow. We're gonna all go to the spa and we're gonna fuck with chapstick and some munchkins. You see how it works?
Not so bad.
That's the plan. This is the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Which is still nothing wrong with that.
Steve got confused. He made it personal.
I've never
I don't
even,
blame you.
a real life munchkin is hard to find. Now you got Hannah Jeter there, Kev. Where did she
That was a
intend?
fucked up date, man. That was weird.
No, she wants to bring us there. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah. Where's the location there?
She took me to the fair.
Okay.
Now, what the fair turned out to be was us getting really, really stoned on drugs,
Uh huh.
and Charter showing up and getting lubed in his honeygoo.
Oh
This is
no.
a hell of an
Nothing happened.
idea.
What did she want to do with that?
I don't know. Nothing happened.
Oh, nothing happened. No
Nothing
activity. Oh my goodness gracious. Charters and some lube, and do nothing with charters and some lube.
Just
Really
charters lubed up.
That was her opinion, her idea of the fair.
To lube charters up. Oh, Hannah Jeter. she's a little bit of
Wacko.
I think
Got a kink?
she's off base, I'd say. Wes, your girl.
She wanted to go to the beach
Oh.
and experience life.
Oh.
She just kept taking this banana and cramming it into a hollowed out pumpkin. I think her intentions are very clear.
Well, that
I don't
sounds
know
like
if I
a hell
like
of a
her
group
or if
date.
I don't know if I like her more or less. You know, I can't even tell.
Definitely more.
Yeah. And then Jordan.
My Spanish beauty wanted to go to the freak show, which was entertaining for everyone, and she wanted to administer some Vim and Vigor, which I
Oh.
believe is what a
Vim.
herbal supplement.
Yeah, Vim and Vigor.
Oh, you're from Holland.
But she wanted to administer it directly to a donkey as a suppository, as opposed to oral,
Do it at home.
which was a good time. At least top 5.
Yeah.
It was good.
Vim and
Vim and Vigor and a donkey, eh? I can only imagine the activity. I imagine it was probably relaxing with the donkey, right?
She
So
seemed to enjoy herself. So
we'll now have all the information tabulated. The 5 girls are now screened here. We have this girl who likes donkeys.
Yeah, donkeys, girls gotta go.
We have Steve's girl. What did you do?
Time
We
was
fucked at the spa.
She wanted to
She wanted to fuck at the spa. Kate Upton wanted to
slip and slide in a fuck
slip
hole.
and slide in the fuck holes. This girl here, Hannah Jeter, what was it? Kevin's girl. She wanted to
Charters.
lube
She
up
wanted-
charters
yeah.
somehow.
Ugh.
And then,
I'd say she's gone.
and then, Kev's vote's in already to get rid of his lady.
the girl wants
Hannah
to
G,
go charter.
Charters
you're not
love
for
her.
me.
Wes,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Donkey lady.
Donkey lady's gone. He's had it out in for her from the beginning.
Charters lube girl by.
Charles Lube girl.
Charters.
Lube girl.
Yeah. See
Go
ya.
with donkey girl.
Oh, 2 votes for Donkey.
2 votes for Donkey, 3 votes for,
Charters.
or 4
lubed
votes
up.
for Loop Girl. Hannah Jeter, you are gone, baby.
See ya.
All right, we are now down to our final 4 girls. Our final 4.
Ooh.
But we're going to have to save this till next time, people. That has been our show for this evening. If you'd like to stay tuned and find out the end of this incredible cliffhanger, you're going to have to tune in next week on Thursday. And if you'd like to tell a friend, show up, do something, give us some feedback. You want to buy some tickets for the show? You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, or you can give us an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com. But until next week, we will see you, NT. See you next Thursday.
Show one. All right, I gotta pee.
I was not aware we were starting.